So the most frequent question asked since I started this channel over a year ago is, what camera do I use? What mic do I use? What stabilizer do I use? Basically, what equipment do I use to make my videos? So I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. I know it can be pretty lengthy. I'm going to try not to talk about like what I use them for and everything like that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the camera that I use, which is the Canon 70D. It is a very good camera. It does not shoot in 60 frames per second, unfortunately. I know the 80D does, so that's another option. It's the one up from this one, so you can definitely get that. But for what this camera has to offer, it is very good. It has very, very well autofocus. It has the, I don't know if it still does or not. It may still have the fastest autofocus on the market, so that is always a plus. But the options that it does have to offer are outstanding. Very affordable. The lenses that it does come with are a 10 to 18 millimeter, and then a 18 to 135 millimeter, which I'm using right now. The 10 to 18 is right here. This is the 10 to 18. Both of these lenses are very good. Like I said, that one that I'm using now, the 18 to 135, is what I use for all my car videos 99% of the time. This one, the 10 to 18, is what I use for vlogs. Moving on to this lens is the Rokinon 35mm f1.4 lens. It's fixed at 35 millimeters. So this lens is, if you can get your hands on this, get your hands on it. Like it's that type of lens. It's very affordable. I think at the time I got it, which was last year, it was around $300 to $500, somewhere around that range. First time I used it was when I helped with a short film, and she had this lens, and I just fell in love with it. It was like love at first sight, literally. It's got aperture you can mess with, and it's got your focus, no zoom, no autofocus, unfortunately. So I really use this for stuff kind of like this. Not really, I just kind of contradicted myself. Okay, I do have a reason actually. This room is not that big, so having it fixed at 35 millimeters, the framing doesn't work out very well. But anyways, you get my point. I do use it for some car videos, especially for like macro shots, getting really detailed shots. So yeah, if you can get your hands on this, definitely get it. Rokinon, very good quality. The focus on it is very soft, by the way. So we can move on to the lights that I'm using. I've got one that I'm using right now that's on top of the camera, and I've got one that's right here on the stand that it comes with. I think someone else bought this for me, but this is it. I'll make sure to have everything listed down below, but yeah, I don't have the battery in right now, but these are super bright. They do get super bright. That one's not even at the full brightness, but yeah, use these, starting to use these now. I've also got a reflector. I'm not going to take this all the way out. You've probably seen these before, but just in case, there you go. Not used very much for videography, but more for photography. This one will come out pretty large. They have them in different sizes. This one's actually reversible, which is good. So you've got the silver right here. You can reverse it to like a gold, so it's more of a warmer feel. Slider, I don't really use this anymore, just because the DJI Ronin is so versatile and it just gets the job done. Whatever you need, but this is the slider. If you don't know what it does, have it on a flat surface or whatever, get creative with it. Slides back and forth. There you go. Used to use this quite a bit. And then I actually stepped up to this little hand stabilizer right here. Camera sits right up here. Has some weights down here. It's adjustable. Got your handle. But yeah, you just hold it like that. Kind of walk around. Obviously it's not balanced right now because I have the camera on. And then I guess while we're on the topic of stabilizers, we've got the DJI Ronin M. I believe this is the second model. First one was just DJI Ronin, I believe. But yeah, they made this one a little bit smaller. Carbon fiber handles. Hello. It's a 3-axis gimbal. You got motor up top, motor down here, and motor right here. This one's for your panning axis. This one's for your roll axis, and this one over there is for your tilt. So there you go. This thing is beast, honestly. It is battery powered. You will have to self-balance it as well. Very highly recommended, especially if you have a heavier camera. But even with a lighter camera, I would still do that. So that is that. This thing is what I use all for my car videos all the time now. So since I obviously upgraded from the hand stabilizer, it comes with a little stand as well. You can mount it on, which I just hit. And also with the Ronin, you will need an HDMI. What's the HDMI for? Glad you asked. So with that, highly recommended, by the way. To get a external monitor, this one is a 7-inch HD display. So you've got some functions down here on the front, and then you got some inputs here on the left side if you're facing the back, or the right side if you're facing the front. And then you've also got a little sunshade here as well. You can attach on Velcro, easy to do. Sunny outside, obviously you're gonna want to use that. And then for when I used to vlog, started out vlogging, I used the GorillaPod by Joby. Very versatile. Do whatever the heck you want with it. Just gives you better grip. Sets the camera up a little bit higher. That's usually how I had it. Just kind of, you know. But I don't really use this anymore. I really just use a camera now. I don't know why, really. I don't know. But this thing is handy to do. We have what I use for my storage to store my SD cards. Waterproof hard case. Bottle of them right there. Don't have them quite filled up yet, but that's okay. So yeah, that keeps all your SD cards safe, waterproof, as far as I know, or maybe water resistant, I don't know. But it is sealed with a rubber band. This thing, I really, like, the first week I had it, like, I test dropped it, and it was fine. Like, this thing is crazy good. And it's really small, so I bring this, like, everywhere I go. The mic I am using is a Takstar SGC-598. It's sitting right up there, so I can't really show you right now, but I do have a little, you'll see it right now. But yeah, it's a very good mic. It's honestly not anything expensive. Last time I had checked was 30 bucks or 35 bucks. I actually had the first one, which is over there, and it got wet, so I had to buy a new one. But yeah, really cheap mic. It only has like 3 settings on it. It has a low pass filter, plus 10 decibel filter, and then your on and off switch. Little LED light on the back as well to know when it's on. So that's kind of a downside. It doesn't really just, you know, plug it into your camera and automatically turns on like Josh's Rode mic. So I've forgotten that a couple times. Yeah. And I do have a little wind. Dead cat, as some people call it, or a little wind, I don't know what you call it. I call it a dead cat. But it goes on top of the mic to help with wind noise. So the drone I use, which is unfortunately not here right now, it's at Josh's house because I share it with him and another buddy. But I do use it occasionally. You've probably seen it in a couple of videos. So the drone I use is the DJI Phantom 3 4K drone. Very affordable drone. It films in 4K. Very, if you can't afford the extra couple $100 to get the 4K footage, definitely get that because it's worth it, honestly. So very easy to fly, very easy to manage and set up and everything like that. It's very, very awesome. So it's definitely been a big change. It changes up your photography, your videography, whatever. Definitely recommend getting a drone. And make sure you get your license too. So as far as this stuff behind me goes, software, laptop, monitor, TV, speakers, all that shenanigans, I'm gonna save that for a later date just because I think I don't want this to run a little bit long. So definitely keep an eye out for that. I'll probably like title it desk setup or something like that or whatever. But also one more thing that you need to remember is to have a lot of batteries, as much as you can. Always have them charged, always have them by hand just in case. So definitely a good tip. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I guess I'm not. So one more thing I want to leave you guys off with is you don't really need all of this fancy stuff. All it's doing is just boosting the quality up in your footage. So don't feel like you have to have all of this stuff. Don't feel like you have to have everything I have. If you've got a camera and well, that's it, because that's what I started with, then you're good. I mean, it's got a mic. It might not be the best. Again, all this is doing is just stepping up quality. So if you are looking to buy equipment and stuff like that, it will build up over time. It does cost money, a lot of money. It'll add up over time. No worries. Just do your research on things, get some opinions from different people. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comments. And yeah, that is it. That's all I have for you, and that's all I use for my videos. So yeah, until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.